Me? I didn't do anything. I just eat. I don't want to be held accountable for my weight. Don't blame me. Oh, yes, you, mother chicken. Yes, you. Back when we didn't have the modern technology we do have at the moment, our Stoic friends appeared all skinny and pretty tall and muscular. I'm 5'4", and I'm still following these mates. The Stoics didn't have a place to sit down or go through a drive-thru, or really a place where they had a number system applied to. Yeah, can I get the number 1, please? Would you like extra cholesterol? No, not today. Can I actually have the extra trans fat? 30 cents more. Thank you. No. Stoics didn't think like that, or not even specifically the Stoics back in the day. They didn't think like that. They had 2 choices: to either hunt or to either see. Well, there's also a third choice, just starve and die. Stoic teacher Musonius Rufus, he often talked in a very forceful manner when it comes to food. On the grounds, food was not an insignificant topic, and what one eats
has significant consequences.
It's just like anything, really. It's like if you drive a car. If you drive too fast and reckless, what's gonna happen? You have a higher chance of also, crashing.
V-Tech what, bitch? What?
It's the same with food. If you eat a ton of fast food, if you eat a ton of Takis, if you eat a ton of chips, what happens? And you do not use the energy. Well then, your body stores it. In particular, he thought that mastering one's appetite for food and drink was the beginning and the basics of self-control. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they had really thought on the idea of choosing inexpensive food and avoid processed food. Wait, they didn't have processed food back then. If you really think about it, it's really common sense to choose inexpensive food over expensive food. But like I said, common sense isn't really that common anymore, to the point where we all want to bulge in juicy steaks, marinated spaghetti, the $1,000 ice cream that 2 Chainz can only afford.
For the record-holding champion like yourself, Joe, what is this Sunday? Tell me the cost of it right now. I'm sure I probably eat them every week.
$1,000.
You really gotta be stupid rich to really buy an $1,000 ice cream, because I never personally buy it. I feel like it's a waste of money. Money can go somewhere else. I feel like it's all mindset. Really, if you're in a good mindset, you can do it. We would rather eat out than make the food at home, cheap and fresh. We would rather buy a juicy steak than just make some lentil soup. Lentil soup. I'd honestly prefer the lentil soup over steak because, I'm vegan, so. This specific Stoic Masonic advises students to eat more plants than slaughter animals. That's what I've been saying. I've been telling you guys. The Mr. Stoic recommended fruits and vegetables that required little to no cooking. Here's some good news for all of you dairy fanatics. He did accept cheese, accept the ability to drink milk, but except me because I'm a vegan. Okay, tree hugger, okay. This comes to show you not all Stoics are vegan, like their counterpart, the Pythagoreans. So you want to spend money on food like a Stoic, huh? This is the way. The founder of Stoicism, Zeno the Sicilian, I believe that's his name. The Mr. Stoic really believed to avoid any gourmet food and to stick with inexpensive dishes. This really makes sense because back in my days, I really did enjoy chicken wings. I really did like this place called Wingstop. If you guys have a local one, that was the best place to go to eat. The only problem is it makes my stomach upset. The more I consumed it, the more I love the taste, the pleasure. So whenever we hang out with my buddies, what do I say? Oh, let's go to Wingstop, let's enjoy some wings. Since going vegan, I'm like, you know what, no more. Zeno believed the more we eat gourmet meals, the more we start to crave it, the fancy meals. And if we don't get it, we're gonna start having tantrums on why we don't get it. Then slowly, then pop! We spoil our appetite into craving more of these delicious meals. That's why avoiding the harder to get meals is a better choice. Instead, stick with the meal that you can make at home inexpensively. Subscribe for more content, Stoicism, veganism, and just anything that's gonna help you and me be happy. Moderation. For all of you competitive eaters or any type of eaters that watch the show while eating, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. Especially Mad Stoney. Fight me, Mad Stoney. Hashtag war. Musonius also taught us to avoid gluttony, since this behavior is very shameful, and the opposite behavior is eating in a moderate way that demonstrates self-control would be really good. This, though, is not easy. It demands much care and training. Stoics should eat slowly with mindfulness of their own character, just like you're gonna be in a movie, directing a movie, how you should act, the way you pick up the fork, the way you sit down, the way you clean up your face every time you consume a bite. Also paying attention to their thoughts and action while consuming the food. Stoics use good judgment to consider which food is good and bad for the body. And of course, eating healthy and exercise is always good for Stoics and for anyone trying to live as long as possible. The person who eats more makes a mistake. So does the person that eats in a hurry. The person who is enthralled by gourmet and also the person that favors sweet over nutritious food. Since these and other mistakes are connected with food, the person who wishes to be self-controlled must be able to control all of these actions. One way to become accustomed to this is to practice choosing food, not for pleasure, but for nourishment. Not to please his palate, but to strengthen his body. Steps on eating like a Stoic. Of course, we must take baby steps. It's not going to be overnight. Of course, everything is a challenge. Even if you step back, just let it go. Don't overthink. Let's get back on track. The Stoics really taught us to be healthy. Whoa, common sense, Cruz. Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you for that. All right, I'm going to just log out now. Alright, just hear me out. When it comes to eating healthy, we take advantage of our success as a world. We have these go-to snacks that are labeled healthy. It may be true, but our minds is easily deceived. We have these go-to snacks that are labeled healthy, vegan, fat-free. You must remember, just because an item is labeled healthy, it may be true, but our mind is easily deceived. When we tend to eat healthy, we tend to consume more food. I have personally fallen victim to this phenomenon. I am vegan, and sometimes I want to eat a vegan burger. So what do? I just go to my local grocery store, get some veggie burgers that cost $4. That comes with 4, and what do you know? I'm extremely hungry, and guess what? I'm gonna consume all 4, cause hey, it's vegan, it's healthy. Oh my god. Nah.
It doesn't work like that, mate.
Don't get me wrong, being vegan is the greatest decision I ever made in my life. I get to consume all natural plant-based food. The only bad part about being vegan is even though you eat healthy food, even though you eat food that is labeled vegan, it doesn't mean it's healthy. For example, potato chips. Oreos, whoop-de-doo, Oreos. Okay, yes, but I get it, alright? Oreos is good. It's vegan. Is it healthy? Last time I checked, I don't think so. Doesn't mean I'm gonna gobble all of those Oreo pieces down because then I'm gonna get a diabetes. And I'm talking to all of you reduced fat enthusiasts. It's just because it's reduced fat doesn't mean it's gonna make you healthier. You're gonna consume more of it just because it says that. Just get regular milk. How about this? Don't even get milk. Get almond milk. Ooh, moderation. This one I have mastered only 80%, but getting the 20% soon. I'm a box girl. I work out a ton. I work out at least twice a day, 5 times a week. I eat a ton. And sometimes I fall into the victim of overeating. And having seen my mistake, I have realized I have to track the way I eat.
Not specifically calorie count,
But by asking questions. Does this food benefit me? Am I eating correctly? Am I hungry? Do I want an apple right now? That's the question I ask myself always. If I want an apple, I might be hungry. If I don't, I don't. For some people that are trying to lose weight, of course, calorie counting works. But just remember, it has to be also a lifestyle. You have to benefit from the food. So that's why a lot of people, when they're on diets, what happens? They go on a diet for 3 months, they stop the diet completely and lose a couple, okay, let's say they lose 10 pounds. All right, now what? After that diet, now what? They go ahead and eat how they ate before. That's why diets never really work. It should be a lifestyle. It should be something you should live off forever. Like veganism. Of course, you're talking to a crazy vegan that used to be a keto person, and veganism, I should have gone vegan when I was like 1. You know what? I should have slapped myself when I was born and told myself, don't eat meat, Cruz. Don't eat meat, Cruz, because veganism is the greatest choice I ever made in my life. Eat out less. Just like the problem I used to have before veganism. What was my favorite spot? Wingstop, boy. That was my favorite place to eat. I love Wingstop. Their ranch was amazing. Not anymore. Pork chicken wings. I didn't think of those chickens back then. Now I think of those pork chickens. Screaming in the fire. Cruz, why are you eating me? Why are you consuming me? I'm on your side now, chickens. The more I ate, the more I craved it. The more I wanted to kill chickens. This can be used really in anything in life. If you consume wine, if you drink a couple of beers maybe every time you come back from work. At the moment, it does feel good. It satisfies our cravings. It gives us pleasure. If we really think about it, do we really want to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term pain? We tend to enjoy it more in the moment than instead of worrying about the future. Put it like this, you go to a fancy steakhouse, you see a $30 steak, okay, you consume it. Now what's gonna happen? Are you gonna be craving the next steak? Delicious. Now you're gonna start making it a habit. Now every Friday or Saturday you hang out with your friends, what's gonna happen? You're gonna go back to the steak place, $30. 30 times 365, it's exactly. You don't want to spend that, huh? You wouldn't give that away to anyone like that, right? So do yourself a favor, change those habits. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, a share, subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram down below. DM me. Let's have a conversation. Let's make a video. Let's collab. Give me some ideas. What kind of videos you guys want to see? Follow this channel. This channel is called Stoic Vegan now because we are stoic and we are vegan like myself. We are the greatest generation of all time. Remember the motto, memento mori. Remember, we're going to die. Please love the people you want to love. Let's change the world. Peace.